Hello, welcome back. Last week we talked about how to open an Etsy shop. We opened the Etsy shop together and we worked on the listings. And this week it's time to work on optimizing our Etsy shop to go from this to something better, right? Okay, so the first thing on our to-do list, and the probably most important one, is SEO. So for those of you who don't know it, SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization, which means basically that when someone goes onto Etsy and searches, for example, handmade cards, my cards show up higher up in the search query than others. That is because when I did my listing, I put in some keywords that my search engine recognized as important for what the customer was searching for. So for example, if in my listing I put in stuff like handmade cards or cards made by hand, obviously I will be higher up in the search query than those who did not put it in their listing. So that's basically how SEO works. And now if we go onto our listings, we'll take this one as an example, and basically I did part of this already in the last couple of days. Basically, when you put your title, you want to put in some important words. So for example, if you were the customer, what's something you would search for if you were to look for a product like yours? So for example, I put in St. Valentine's card, handmade, and then I just put in gift idea for him, for her, just because I'm guessing that's something someone might want to type in and when they're looking for that. Then we have our description, and here again Etsy recommends just do a mix of describing your product and explaining what it's for and what are its uses. So I wrote that, and then I also looked at what other people were doing in my niche, and I just did a quick introduction on the fact that the card is handmade, because I think that's a key point, and that's something valuable that my cards might have that someone else's might not. Then I just put the customizable colors and no additional cost. That is also something valuable that my cards have, basically. Now we have what occasions they might be for, the fact that the inside is blank, so how the inside is. I just did a quick description how the card is, dimensions, and then I just added additional quantities are available and custom orders as well, just to give a brief overview of everything. Now, an important thing that I think we need to talk about is that the most important things that we put in our descriptions need to be in our pictures as well. So Etsy really emphasizes how important it is to use as many pictures as possible and a video if available. So I try to do that, and I try to put in some pictures of the product, details, sizing, the different versions that are available. I also added a small card that says, hi, I'm a new shop, if you want to support me, I'd really appreciate it, and even if you don't want or cannot buy anything, if you still reached out to me and let me know what you think of my products, that's still valuable for me, obviously. And one thing that I'm also going to do now is, if you click on the picture that you uploaded, it gives you a space for an alternative text that is for people with reduced visibility, and it just says that if you put text there, it can have a positive impact on SEO. So it doesn't cost as much to just fill that in as well with our keywords, and we're gonna do that for all of our listings. Another thing that is important, so here you can see the categories. So an important thing that Etsy says is that when you put in your category, you need to be as specific as possible, because it's like boxes one into the other. So basically, For example, I put love cards, and that goes into card and material for parties. That goes into card, greeting cards, love cards. So basically, my listing is going to show up for both love cards, greeting cards, cards, paper and party material on all of these. So if I were, for example, otherwise to put in only greetings card, I would not show up for all the love cards too. So we need to be as specific as possible here, obviously within reason. And then we have the tags here. And again, I did not focus on how the card is, but what it's for. So I put in tags like St. Valentine's card, gift for St. Valentine's, romantic gift, romantic card, handmade card, just stuff that I think people would search in the search bar if they were to look for a product such as mine. And again, I need to stress this, for SEO to work, you need to be in the customer's mind. Do not think about your product, but think about what is its purpose, what's the use for it. And that's how and what you're gonna put in your description, in your keywords, what you're gonna focus on for all of these parts. Now, once we've done that and we're sorted with that, another important thing and another important step we need to touch on is the page, the shop page. So when we open the shop page, so we have our logo, then we have the title of our shop, and then we have the banner, and then we have just some information about your shop that you can add. And now it's important to fill in all of these parts. So as I showed you last time, I already have a logo. I'm not really sure if I want to keep it or not. I think it's quite recognizable, which is one of the reasons I want to keep it. But at the same time, I don't really think it gives away what I do. It doesn't really explain anyhow that I make handmade cards. But for now, we'll just leave this one just to see how it works. Then for title, I put in handmade cards, and now we need to add in our banner, and then we need to add the shop description, kind of the message, and then I'm also gonna fill in the message to the buyers, and then I'm not gonna fill in the message to the buyers for digital articles just because I don't really sell digital articles. Another thing that I feel will be useful is to set the personal profile, and within your profile you can write down where you live, and this way you're gonna show up in the, so if anyone searches for a local seller, you're gonna show up for the people around your area, which I feel is useful because you're still showing up in the top page for someone. So even if there's not many people that live within your area, it's still, you know, it's still useful and it still gives you information, so might as well fill that up. We did put in our about page. I think that's important, and it's often an overlooked part because people that go on Etsy go there to support smaller businesses, to find something that it's made, it's handcrafted, it's something that you wouldn't find in a shopping mall basically. So to tell the story of how you started, why you're doing it, to explain why it's your passion, to explain how you do it, and all these kind of things will actually, I think, bring more people to shop from your Etsy because they see that you're actually a passionate individual and they want to support it. I would want to support you. So I think that's an important thing to put in. So just fill in basically everything that you can up in the about page. And then the last thing we have to fill in is the FAQ part, because I think that would be helpful to just answer all of the questions that a buyer might have. Honestly, when you're shopping, you don't want to be asking directly to the shop every time and then wait for them to reply. If you can kind of think of some questions people might have about your product and already answer them. I think that's better because it reduces friction when it comes to buying the product. We're gonna go ahead and do this now. We are officially done. So here is the shop, how it looks like from, a buyer. So here you can see I put in my small description of the shop. You see all my articles. If we go down to info, you see my workspace, the story behind the shop. I put in the Instagram and the TikTok handle, who I am, so my personal profile. And then here we have our FAQs. So yeah, this is it. Another thing I would like to touch on is that the moment you create a listing and you upload it on Etsy, Etsy gives you a brief push. So for about a week or so, you are gonna appear in the first pages of your of Etsy, basically for your type of products. So an important thing to do is to take advantage of that push to start making some sales, so that then this way Etsy sees that your product is valuable and sees that people actually like it and kind of leaves you in the top parts of the query, and that does not push you down to the bottom. So obviously I uploaded my listings about a week ago, so we're gonna lose this thing in quite shortly, and I did not make any sales. So we need to touch on a couple of things here. First of all, one of the things I'm gonna do to kind of keep having my shop being present is I'm going to upload another listing on Etsy, a new one, so that one appears on the top. And that way people kind of see my card, and I'm hoping they will kind of see that and then go to my shop and see all the other listings as well. Etsy does recommend to kind of keep uploading new listings and like keeping the ones you have up to date, so I think that's a good idea either way. Also, I don't really have many products on Etsy yet. Etsy suggested to have somewhere between 20 to 40 listings. I have 6, so obviously they're not much, they're not many, but I want to do it bit by bit, and this way I can upload a new listing kind of every week and grow from there. So that shows Etsy that I'm an active seller and that I'm innovating my shop, and that is supposed to make you rank higher up in the search query. Another thing that I feel is important is to kind of tell the people that you know in real life that you opened your shop, kind of get your voice out there, because honestly, if I was thinking about me and my experience shopping on Etsy, I would be very suspicious buying from a shop that hasn't sold anything yet, doesn't have any recommendation, anything. It kind of feels a bit fishy. So what I will try to do now is to reach out to friends and family and ask them if they want to buy anything through Etsy. This way I'm hoping I will get a couple sales and a couple reviews. Obviously, if you want to support me, you're more than welcome. But yeah, I'm just gonna try to reach like a couple sales now, so that I get some reviews basically. let me know down below what the most useful part of this video was. Comment with the name of your shop so I can have a look and support you. Let's help each other out basically. And also, if you want to have a look at my shop, I'll leave you the link in the description, and if you want to let me know how I could do better, or if there's something you would like to buy, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to give you a discount code. Just text me on Etsy and say, hi, I watched your video, and we'll talk about it together. And yeah, I'll see you next week with another Etsy related video, and until then I wish you the very best. Bye.